Some homes impress you with their size, but others quietly change the way you feel the moment you arrive. Pathway disappearing between greenery, sunlight crossing a stone wall, or an open doorway revealing a garden beyond can make everyday arrival feel surprisingly restorative. Inside, large windows pull the landscape closer. Kitchens open naturally toward family spaces, and shaded terraces extend daily routines outdoors.
Before we delve into our exploration, allow us to extend a warm welcome back to Amica Studio. For those joining us for the first time, we invite you to subscribe for more captivating insights into home and interior design inspiration.
Luxury home ideas with peaceful gardens, family spaces, and resort-inspired outdoor spaces. Bedrooms become quieter counterpoints to these social areas, while natural materials and thoughtful lighting give each room a softer character as the day changes. Instead of copying a hotel or vacation villa, resort-inspired home design works best when it turns ordinary family life into something more comfortable, connected, and enjoyable. That experience develops gradually as you move through the house. The entrance establishes a slower rhythm. Living rooms frame sky and greenery, and kitchens become places where cooking and conversation easily overlap. Beyond them, private rooms provide somewhere to retreat before the family comes together again around the pool, terrace, outdoor kitchen, or garden. Timber, stone, woven textiles, textured walls, and layered evening lighting help these different areas feel related without making every room identical. The result is less about creating an extravagant property and more about designing a home that feels good to return to every single day. One, living rooms where the garden becomes part of the view. frame everyday life with changing light and greenery. What happens when the living room feels different every time the weather changes? Afternoon branches may cast shifting shadows across a pale floor. Morning light can settle softly onto the sofa, and rainfall can suddenly turn the garden outside into a quiet, moving backdrop. Instead of treating windows simply as openings for daylight, these homes use them to compose views toward terraces, trees, courtyards, and open sky. You can picture someone reading beside the glass while children talk across the room, or the family watching the garden grow darker as evening approaches. Well-positioned glazing gives the interior a constantly changing relationship with nature, while indirect daylight keeps the room comfortable throughout more of the day. Keep openness comfortable with shade and solid surfaces. Not every wall needs to disappear for a living room to feel connected to the outdoors. A combination of broad glazed doors and solid walls leaves room for artwork, shelving, storage, and the sense of enclosure that makes seating areas feel comfortable. Outside, trees or tall planting can filter unwanted views, while sheer curtains and deep overhangs reduce glare when sunlight becomes stronger. Low sofas and carefully positioned chairs preserve the visual path toward the landscape rather than interrupting it. This mix of openness, privacy, and shade often makes the garden connection feel more usable than an entirely glass-wrapped room. Two, an arrival that slowly reveals a private retreat. Let the journey to the door set the mood. What if coming home felt less like crossing a driveway and more like entering somewhere removed from the rush outside? Small trees can partially conceal the facade, while a slightly curved path leads through grasses, shrubs, stone paving, and pools of soft evening light. As you move closer, timber details or textured plaster begin to appear between the planting, allowing the architecture to reveal itself gradually, rather than all at once. You might imagine returning at dusk while pathway lights glow beneath the leaves, and the front door becomes visible at the end of the garden. The most successful entrance landscaping guides movement clearly, while still creating enough variation in texture, height, and planting to make the short journey feel memorable. Use glimpses and repeated materials to create anticipation. A small courtyard appearing beyond an opening can often create more interest than a completely exposed entrance. Stone used beside the doorway might return as paving farther inside, while timber screens, textured walls, or large planters establish a material language that continues through the rest of the home. Instead of placing all the greenery directly against the facade, position some plants closer to the pathway so visitors move through layers of landscape before reaching the door. Privacy can come from strategically placed shrubs or slatted screens without hiding the architecture entirely. By revealing just enough of what lies beyond, the entrance begins introducing the relaxed indoor-outdoor lifestyle before anyone has stepped inside. Three, private rooms that offer calm without feeling cut off. Create bedrooms that feel removed from the busiest moments. What makes a bedroom feel quiet before anyone even switches off the light? It may be the view of leaves outside the window, the absence of direct movement from the family room. Or simply the way morning sunlight passes through linen curtains instead of entering harshly. A comfortable chair in one corner. Can become somewhere to read before bed, while a child's window bench might turn into a private place for drawing or watching rain in the garden. These smaller experiences matter because rest is often influenced by orientation and layout as much as by furniture or decoration. Locating sleeping rooms away from active entertaining spaces creates privacy, while carefully planned circulation keeps them connected to the rest of family life. Give bathrooms natural light without giving away privacy. Filtered daylight can make even a modest bathroom feel noticeably calmer during the day. High-level windows, frosted lower glazing, planted courtyards, or walls positioned outside the glass can bring in brightness while keeping the room protected from neighboring views. Timber cabinetry and stone-look surfaces help soften harder bathroom materials, especially when paired with simple matte hardware rather than overly reflective finishes. In the evening, mirror lighting, wall sconces, and subtle ambient fixtures can replace the clinical effect of one very strong ceiling light. The same approach can transform a small landing or corridor nearby into a reading corner with a bench, compact lamp, and carefully framed glimpse of greenery. Four, kitchens that keep cooking close to the conversation. Turn daily cooking into part of family activity. How different does dinner feel when nobody has to disappear into another room to prepare it? Someone might be chopping vegetables at the island, while another person sets the table, children finish homework nearby, and the terrace doors remain open to the cooler evening air. In a connected kitchen, these ordinary activities overlap naturally because circulation between cooking, dining, and relaxing remains clear. A generous island becomes more than preparation space when stools, durable worktops, practical storage, and good task lighting allow it to support several uses throughout the day. The room works best when the cook can face toward people, garden views, or the family area, instead of spending most of the time turned away from everyone else. Let indoor and outdoor kitchens work as one zone. An outdoor cooking space becomes much easier to use when it sits close to the main kitchen rather than at the far end of the garden. A dining table placed between the two areas can serve breakfast in the morning, crafts during the afternoon, and larger meals when friends or relatives arrive. Weather-resistant cabinetry, a grill, durable work surface, and concealed storage are often enough to make the terrace practical without duplicating an entire indoor kitchen. Repeating similar stone, timber tones, or cabinet colors helps the transition feel intentional, even when outdoor materials are more rugged. Permanent gas, plumbing, or electrical installation should be handled professionally, while furnishings, planters, serving stations, and decorative accessories offer easier ways to complete the space. Five, texture and evening light that give the home more character. Choose materials that change as the light moves. Why do some rooms become more interesting when the sun begins to disappear? Rough stone suddenly shows deeper shadows, timber grain becomes richer, woven fabrics feel more noticeable, and softly textured plaster catches the last light differently from a perfectly smooth wall. During the brightest hours, lighter materials help distribute daylight, while deeper finishes gradually make gathering spaces feel more intimate toward evening. You can imagine running a hand along a timber bench, sitting against textured upholstery, or watching warm light skim across stone near the terrace doors. Materials feel most convincing when they are selected not only for appearance, but also for the way their texture, durability, and touch contribute to everyday experience. Build the evening atmosphere with several layers of light. Furniture can remain generous without becoming so large that it interrupts movement between indoors and outside. Rounded chairs and softer shapes provide contrast against straight architectural lines, while low tables keep garden views visible from the seating area. After dark, wall washing, table lamps, floor lamps, and concealed lighting can create several smaller zones instead of flattening the entire room beneath one ceiling fixture. Built-in benches are another useful way to add occasional seating while keeping circulation clear during larger gatherings. Together, flexible furniture and layered illumination allow the same space to shift easily from an energetic dinner to a quieter night at home. Six, a backyard made for everyday escape. Design the garden around the way people actually relax. What if the most resort-like part of the home was also the place everyone used most often? Children might move between the pool and kitchen. Someone may stretch out beneath a shaded pergola with a book. While conversations continue around a table, only a few steps from the water. Broad steps, an uncluttered terrace, comfortable seating. And good visibility can often matter more to family life than an oversized pool or elaborate landscaping. As afternoon light shifts, trees and roof extensions create cooler pockets where people naturally gather before outdoor lighting gradually takes over after sunset. A successful backyard retreat feels effortless because swimming, eating, resting, supervising children, and moving back indoors can happen without complicated routes or constant rearranging. Give the outdoor kitchen a reason to be used regularly. A terrace becomes much more practical when cooking is part of its everyday function. Instead of filling the area with equipment, begin with a reliable grill, generous work surface, concealed storage, and enough nearby space for serving and dining. Shade should protect both the cook and guests, while several smaller light sources can make evening meals more comfortable than one bright fixture overhead. Layered planting around fences softens property boundaries, and keeping part of the lawn or paving open gives children or guests additional room to move. Even without a swimming pool, a shaded lounge, compact fountain, outdoor shower, or professionally installed fire feature can give the backyard a similar sense of escape. Seven, a home that makes spending time together easier. Let architecture support the moments nobody plans. Where does family life really happen when nobody is thinking about the design of the house? It might be between the pool and kitchen, as wet footprints cross the terrace, beside an island where someone prepares lunch, or beneath the shade where grandparents sit while younger family members move around them. These ordinary interactions become easier when cooking, dining, relaxing, and outdoor spaces remain visually and physically connected. At the same time, a bedroom, reading chair, shaded garden corner, or small courtyard gives everyone somewhere to disappear briefly without becoming isolated. The best family layouts support togetherness quietly, creating opportunities for people to remain close while respecting the fact that everyone occasionally needs their own space. Measure luxury by how easily the home supports daily life. Resort-inspired design does not depend on owning an enormous property. A compact home can capture the same feeling through one shaded terrace, a useful outdoor cooking corner, comfortable seating, and a strong view toward trees or planting from inside. Improving circulation between these areas can often produce a greater difference in everyday comfort than adding decorative features that are rarely used. Existing homes can also develop gradually through better outdoor cushions, additional greenery, softer lighting, refreshed paving, or a more inviting dining arrangement. When ordinary breakfast, conversation, play, rest, and evening meals become more enjoyable, the home has achieved something far more meaningful than simply looking impressive. Conclusion. The feeling of a private retreat emerges gradually as each area contributes something different to everyday life. A landscaped arrival begins the experience before the front door. Garden-facing living spaces continue it indoors, and open kitchens allow conversation to remain part of cooking and dining. Quieter bedrooms give the household room to recharge before the terrace. Pool, garden, or outdoor kitchen draws everyone to gather again. Natural textures and changing evening light help these spaces remain connected even as their moods and functions shift throughout the day. Together, these decisions create a home that feels relaxed. Not because it imitates a resort, but because movement, privacy, nature, and family life have been considered as one experience. You do not need to rebuild an entire property to begin creating that atmosphere. Start with the place that most affects daily life, whether that means opening a better view toward the garden, adding shade above a terrace, rearranging seating, improving the entrance, or making outdoor meals easier. Other layers can follow slowly as the way your family uses the home becomes clearer. Over time, small practical decisions can create a stronger connection between rooms, landscape, light, and the people living there. The best retreat is ultimately not somewhere designed to escape everyday life, but a home that makes everyday life worth lingering in.